Whoa, AKA Powder. So sorry, I I was about to start daydreaming. I've been rattling in my brain a way to get some of these biker mice from Mars pizza circles, like kind of looking a little bit different than their counterparts, which are the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle ones, which are a complete hot button topic. Uh, shouldn't be that way, but it is. And I kind of was thinking, biker mice, they can be red, maybe like red background. So I was just working on that. But then it was kind of like, well, if it's red, like maybe you can kind of shade it from red to orange to yellow. But hey, anyone coming by, thanks so much for hanging out. The last 3 nights I wanted to do I wanted to do earlier streams, but I've been a little bit of a content run with my podcast. We're finally wrapping up the 31 Days of Dread, which starts in October, and it's so disappointing that I'm like that far behind that annual little like event that I do for my show. It's really disappointing, but at the same time, I'm very happy with the output and the film selection and some of my like overall opinions I've been spewing out. So because like everything runs through horror. I don't know if anyone out there like agrees with that. I don't think there's good comedies. There's no good dramas anymore. So many of these movies. It just seems like all the great directors, all the good new actresses, everything's coming through horror. So, anyway, how's everyone doing tonight? Welcome to it. Yeah, I do like that though. I do like. We will be jumping on Cosmo Cat. Don't you worry. And after this, we will only have throttle left for the biker mice from Mars. And that's awesome because I really didn't think I would do all three of them. I just thought I would do one of the biker mice and then one villain. But it's hard when you have pairs, right? It's like it's hard just to do like or sets. That's what I'm trying to say. Like when you have sets, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough just not to do them all. But, the completionist in me. Well, I am happy with this gradation here. Like 1,000%. So let me just do some of this. It's good to do things to warm up and get the mind wandering. I apologize if you're showing up to see some of my traditional comic book inking. But we will get there, I promise. Yo, Joe, no, I'm not redoing it. I'm just adding uh like red backgrounds, like kind of some red shading. Just because like I sat down and these were like on my like this is what my drawing table looked like. I had my Cosmo Cat pages, and then like I picked it up and I had these, and I'm just like looking at them and I'm like, it was like I have to make these different than what the turtle ones look like. Let me show you guys. Let me just, so I don't want you guys to think I'm crazy. Give me 1 second here. We just need to find one of the Toxic Avenger ones. This is okay. Hold up, guys. Oh wait, have you guys seen the Street Shark, the Moby Lick? We have April O'Neil here, which is now the topic of conversation. But hold up here. What are we doing? Okay, hold up here. Man, there's so many. Okay, yeah, see like the Toxic Crusader ones? I kind of used their branding, which was they had this orange and white stripes, like even on like the action figure packs and all of that. And I can't find the villain, the bad guy, the Doctor like Kill-A-Lot right here. See, like I want the backgrounds to be different than the turtles, which kind of have. Like the turtles use all of the cardboard. So I kind of just wanted like a visual pop. And well, anyway, and I still have to come up with one for the Street Sharks. But I guess we're going to get into all the Street Sharks. Are you guys familiar with the Turtles character, Armageddon? He was featured in one of the video games, the Tournament Fighters. I wanted to use him for sure because I'm like, you know what? I was like, great opportunity to kind of draw the character I wanted to draw since I was a kid, because that game's awesome. That Tournament Fighters game might be one of the most underrated, maybe the most underrated, next to Primal Fighters and Clay Fighters when it comes to side-scrolling fighters. But anyway. I'm gonna have trouble because I'm gonna draw about like some of the Street Sharks, and then we're gonna have Armageddon to draw, and we're just gonna be like sharked out when it comes to these. And then their portraits, the surface area is going to be of something like of an issue. So, like, how many different ways can I move a shark around? Having a close up, having it be somewhat of a portrait. There's a lot of problems to solve when it comes to those ideas. But I guess we will persevere, correct? Here we go. Yeah, so okay, a little bit happy there. And then tomorrow, what's today? Is today Wednesday or Thursday? Or is tomorrow Thursday? Well, one day soon. I'll be doing Bebop and Rocksteady together. Just to knock them out, because I hate working on Bebop and Rocksteady. I don't know why. I just don't have any desire to draw these characters. Mostly because I feel like they're just so overdone. So I just want to get these over with. And then if you're doing anything Turtles, it's like, like you're stuck. It's like as if I was doing like a Dark Knight sketchbook. I have to I have to draw the Joker. Like, I may not ever want to draw the Joker, but if I'm doing anything with the Dark Knight, I'm going to have to draw the Joker. And Bebop and Rocksteady are that. So let's get some of these off. You guys know what we're doing here, right? Black India ink, traditional inking with brushes. So that's it. So, oh, sorry guys. Holy crap. Yeah, what's up, Troll? Love you, buddy. Thanks for that comment today. Means a lot. Yeah, they would. I kind of Joe, I was debating on doing like sort like kind of stickers like this for each one, and kind of doing like the back of the sticker having its own printing too, and just doing almost like really nice collectible stickers. Yeah, Moby Lick, dude. Yeah, I had to like look that up because I was kind of digging up Street Shark characters because I only knew like the Piranha guy was like the villain, and I honestly thought it was a troll with the name Moby Lick. I thought I was looking at like a joke blog post or something, but that character's name is Moby Lick. I second that. Oh, thank you, Joe. Yeah, like it's part of what I get obsessed with, Joe, is the like the actual like material, like or the surface, we'll call it. And to maximize that in kind of like a small slim version of like art direction, meaning we're only going to like use these handful of materials and we're going to try and get these effects and draw them a certain way. uh like I get so obsessed with that type of challenge, and it's tough, because a lot of times I will do stuff before the business day begins, and depending on like what time things kick in for me, and like I'll leave here, I'll go to the office, and the entire time I'm like at the office, I'm just like dreaming about drawing Bebop and Rocksteady, or like the next Turtle Soup Thursday, or like Cosmo Cat here. uh like Cosmo Cat follows a lot of that art direction too, where we're mostly using brush, we're using Kirby grid panels, and also I don't know if you could hear it, but this is not Bristol, this is construction paper. So with construction paper you get a comic. Oh, sorry, Troll, missed that. Troll, I've debated on starting a Mortal Kombat sketchbook, and I think Mortal Kombat would be perfect for a sketchbook project because not just like the vast characters, like that Aztec dude from I think more like 11 or 10. That Aztec dude is so effing awesome. I just love looking at that guy. Um, but it's also like the versions of these characters and even some of the deeper interpretations. Doing a Mortal Kombat sketchbook, I mean, clearly everyone would look forward to Sub Zero and Scorpion, but then to do the further iterations of those, like like the reinterpretations of those characters, the live action TV show, the cartoon, the multiple movies, there's so much to do with Mortal Kombat. Yeah, I know. Isn't that funny? I never watched the whole thing though. I've seen clips of that. Hilarious. Hello to it. Yeah, what's up? AKA Patters, just getting it in. But hey, guys, thanks for keeping me company. Like, no, there's been so many times where I did streams like this at night, and I'm not joking. Like, it would just be by myself for like 90 minutes. And there's some DM action happening here. Like, sorry, guys, we are just checking messages real quick. I kind of was expecting a little. I mean, it will take some time, but if you haven't, I know Troll, you've seen it. The new YouTube video is definitely going to bring the heat. Like it's only a matter of time. before I have to kind of deal with some comments in the from that video. Where are you guys? Like, are you guys following this April O'Neil stuff? I'm going to do a little bit of an expose video from someone on Facebook that at this point I want to say was gaslighting me. And they kind of, like nice friendly account, like a person or whatever. But clearly was just maybe like Googling things and like just saying stuff to kind of really make me believe that some of these ideas were like different or kind of like, again, like kind of like rewriting history in real time. And I did say that in today's video, but that's almost like what seems like what's happening with this April O'Neil stuff. It's insane. Like, it really is. Like, and the lengths that some people are going to, and the positions they're taking, I mean, like, I don't understand the benefit of it. Like, whatever. Yeah, dude. We've gotten like a little bit of a cold snap here in Philly, but we still haven't really got like any real snow this whole winter. Like, it's now it's like people are just like, come on, just like give us something with snow before winter's over. Because next thing you know, I mean, it's going to be like short sleeves and shorts. But here we go. All right. And then I will have to halo some of Cosmo Cat here. So halo will be a little bit of a white outline, but I'm going to run, like, I'll show you guys how I want to run the outline for this. Because I try and work in like design elements as much as I can when I like illustrate. See, so like I kind of want because this is going to be space, right? And then we're going to have like stars in here. But I kind of want this to run into the white of the page just to kind of create a little bit more of a shape. And that's it. Like, it's the design intent doesn't go any deeper than just saying to yourself, like, oh, like, it would be interesting if there was a shape here. And that's a lot of, I mean, I've been battling the thought of what the expectations are when it comes to like the modern day digital artwork, where like everything is like the speed doesn't seem to be there. So like a penciler who should be penciling, inking, and coloring like by themselves, but the penciler takes the same amount of time and can do the work of the inker. Like, like the production time frame just seems so off today. I don't know if you guys feel that way, but I certainly do. But the point I'm getting at is I also would assume, if everything's like this digital, that there would be a little bit of a other like design renaissance, like a renaissance within the page itself, like the designed elements of comic book pages. Like, I thought if things went more digital, that would happen, and that doesn't seem to have happened. So there's just like a lot of stuff with modern books and modern production that just baffle me. Like I don't want to call people like lazy and stuff, I think the laziest and the worst people in comics, though, are the editors. Yeah, like I really do. I think like for independent comics, people are like freelance editors, and it's like you're just a proofreader. Like you're just proofreading. Like you're not editing that comic. And it's such a weird title to have anymore. Like comic book editors should just be like, I am your grammar and spell checker. And it'd be like, great. Like, thanks. Like, thanks, but no thanks. We have Grammarly and Chat GPT for that. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Like, I really feel like the April O'Neil stuff is going to destroy the Turtle franchise. Like, it's no different than what happened with Star Wars: Last Jedi. It does look like, yeah, and it does look like an Eastman thing. You're right, Joe. Yeah, it's like like here in Philly, like I would say the last like 2 weeks has been very English. But we do get sun though. Like the way how the sun breaks even during like a winter day, it's awesome. Yeah, dude, they've done about 5 videos, right? Like I kind of want to watch or like listen to as much of those videos as possible to see if it like how does it not come up when all of this is happening in real time as they're making these drops. That's just to me that's just it's I don't get the like I don't think K fake can sit on the fence and play it safe forever. Like I just don't I again like I don't see it. But they do pretty much ignore modern comics, which also so like and then so now like if they're not comment like are they commentators or are they just like hey here's stuff we liked when we were teenagers, do you guys like it too? I think it takes away from the value of if they talk to a creator, like for example if they talk to Eric Larson and they don't ask Eric Larson why are you making porno comics, then how can you talk about the earlier Savage Dragon stuff? Or how can you talk about his Megaton work? Or how can you talk about his Doom Patrol work and his Spider-Man work without factoring that in? The idea that an artist starts one way and ends in pornography totally brings the perception of the artist into another like category. I don't know. Like they just seem so soft to me. They just seem like like wimps. Dare I say wimps? And it really like it would be different. Like K Fake would be different if they, um, again they like their interviews. Every single person that they interview just pushes them around. And I get like you sometimes they have people on that are like promoting things and they have something to sell, but dude, they let their guests go on and on and on. And they kind of, when they do push back, it's just like a simple, like baby jab, like with Joe Quesada, where they let Joe Quesada get off the hook over the angel from heaven Punisher, like like recreation or version. and it's just like, man, like you literally just let Joe Quesada off the hook without pressing him like on that, but they're so desperate to stay in, like, like it, like on a good keel with everyone, because I guess like they're kind of e-begging, because I've seen them e-beg a lot, where they're trying to become editors at Marvel, trying to get Marvel to hire them to redo their books. And it's like, no, like, why would Marvel hire you? You don't comment on anything new that Marvel's doing. So I don't know. Hey, people, we get into some topics here sometimes. What do you want? Yeah. Yeah, they are. They are. Yeah, that's yeah. Yeah. Hey, like getting back to Savage Dragon, I'm pretty sure Larson like blocked me after I made a video defending John Mallon, because John Mallon, he went after John Mallon when Graveyard Shift first dropped over. No, it wasn't Graveyard Shift. It was Jawbreakers. When Jawbreakers first dropped, he was kind of making fun of John Mallon's like rendition of a, like, it was a hand, and I'm almost like, dude, like, how do you openly criticize, number one, like another artist of that fashion, also another artist who worked for Marvel, right? Like, so he's someone that's clearly in your league, but to call him out and virtue signal while you're making porno books, I just like was like, oh my god. And that was like almost like kind of like where I started to transition my YouTube from doing food videos to kind of being like a little bit more into like what you kind of would call the culture war. But I always wanted my YouTube stuff to kind of be like a clear journey. Like I wanted people to be able to go to like the beginning of my videos and see the thought process, like kind of like having that documented like that. Like I love it. I think it's a great thing. And you know what, too? I gotta do something here about the big bad wolf. So more penciling, more delayed. Like more ways to delay the work you're already laid on by adding stuff. Yeah, Tom's Sicoli too. He he's a solid comic book creator, and he honors, like, with the things that interest him are endless ideas within a story. Like he wants to do stories and he wants to pack as many ideas as possible in one story. And there's a lot about that I flat out admire. He's a little, like clear Kirby cheerleader. He doesn't hide it though, which I'm kind of fine with. Even though like he's not vocal on like Stan Lee's biographers, like multiple biographers at this point, that kind of discredited some of Kirby's claims about Marvel Comics and the state they were in when he like returned to them. So like that's stuff that really needs to be addressed. But his GI Joe Transformers, I really feel like it's just such an insane masterwork. Uh, so many ideas are in that, and you can kind of. I'm waiting for people to rediscover that too, because that series alone has toys in it. It has other storylines. There's just so much people can do with those six. I think it was 6 issues, but I'll give me 1 second. I'll show it to you guys if you're not familiar. And like he also did the GoBots, and he kind of like transformed the GoBots into like an origin of the Transformers. Like that was really the intent of. I believe that was like another 6 issues. There was 6 or 4 issues. But yeah, give me 1 second here. Show and tell time. Guys, I need some coffee. While I get up, I'll leave Crypt here to keep you guys company. All right, where are we on this shelf here? Come on. Where are we at? Sorry, guys. It takes me, even though I have things very well organized. It's usually when I grab something and I don't put it back. And I thought we just had it. So now the big question is, where did this thing end up? I even have a transformer section here. And I'm not seeing it. I'm going to give this a couple more seconds. Holy crap! I must have just thrown it. I must have just thrown it somewhere on the shelf here. This is nuts, though. This is now bothering me. I always feel like I should just come back with something now. This is stupid. Oh, you know what? It's It's right here. Sorry, guys. I found it. You know why? Because it was I didn't have the spine out. Yeah. So this is, I don't know how much this is right now. I don't know what this, like, what the market is for this, but this is the quintessential collection, which is Quintesson reference. And this is really what led me down like his path. So let's check this out real quick, guys. Yeah, like Tom. Yeah, right. Yeah, weird and wild, exactly. Joe Den, yeah, Tom Israel, yeah. Oh yeah. Let me show you my brush. So these are Winsor Newton. And what I was just inking with is the size 3 script, but I also keep a number 4 round. Where is number 4? I keep a number 4 round for just taking up more space, but going a little chunky from time to time. All right, let's get into it. Yeah, I've been with Raphael's. They're good. They're good. Yeah, and then when it comes to crow quills, I'm usually 107. But yeah, so I always wanted to do a full video on this. But it's just so, I mean, like, I'm not even sure where to start. Like, this is cool. This is where, like, Starscream, this might be like the free comic book day one, but Starscream's like hijacking Bumblebee, like either for gold or like, I love how he draws how the Transformers talk. Like, he draws them in like a sound wave, but yeah, it's like Starscream's like, I can kill you, Bumblebee, but you're not even like worth it. I kind of do feel like this is Tom's like last like really strong work, because after this he goes into like his pencil style. This is Cobra Commander blasting off the face also like of Snake Eyes. So I'm like, so a lot of this too, when I was first reading this, I was kind of anticipating, like, of things returning back to normal, and but he was kind of doing bigger bombastic things, but the characters would return to center, and it's not like, this is almost equally like the last GI Joe story and the last Transformers story. It's a lot to take in. So maybe this is like 8 issues, maybe it's not even 6. But then, like, here too, like, you see, so he kind of transitions. He goes from his brush work, like his brush work here, and now he's doing his pencil on tracing paper. But you see, like, the Kirbyism. And it's almost like he draws really good action, but the ideas of his action, like the way his action is like the way it's directed almost. Yeah, see, like this is what I mean about like action figures, right? Like the Cobra Commander girl. I forget their names. Like her, I think it's Serpenta. Here you go. The Triptychon, right? And Devastator, Triptychon. I'm trying to remember some of their names. Like, always with the Kirby crackle. I mean, and I think like his detail, like some of his callbacks, like he has like Action Force 2000 here, and he's got some of the later vehicles. Geez, I forget this one, but I know this is like later in the series. And like that's what GI Joe went kind of like ran the course almost by 88. Like 87 was probably like the last really good year for GI Joe figures. But then he's got like the recolored, like the Echo. They were like Echo colored cobra bats because there was like a toxic a toxic crusader line of GI Joes. Look, look, Megatron's wearing Bumblebee's head. Dude, it's just insane. It really is. See, but this is the stuff I like where Destro here, like you see like all the smudges. It just looks like there's something here that I feel like the entire book should have looked like. Look, the GI Joes are just disassembling Wheeljack. There you go. Look, they just sound waves dead. There's just so much here. Like we're not even a little bit, and then like I never even went through the supplemental material. 24-hour comic book. That's kind of cool. I wasn't aware. Yeah, I kind of forget. Yeah, maybe I should read that. Yeah, and this is I have to say it. I will be doing a video series on like the top, like the 10 things that destroy comics in my opinion. And one of them is just like these endless covers that like do nothing. They absolutely do nothing, and it's a bad idea. And I think it takes the pressure away from the publisher. It's like, oh, like our comic doesn't have to be great. We can just do extra covers to move product. We can just give retailers more covers. And it just doesn't work. It does not work that way. Here's the Rob Liefeld one, which is like when it comes to like Liefeld is always good with designing like what the spaces are in the covers, like for sure. But that Bumblebee looks pretty sweet. Yeah, I just don't know. The main who would be Autobot King. I do have to read some of the supplemental material. So he did like this other book that was, I think this is it. It was like Transformers, GI Joe, the movie, the official comic book adaptation. So like he did that as like a follow up, which was nuts. He does evolve his style in this. So this was the big idea of this. So this kind of connects to Transformers the movie because the original plot for Transformers the movie was that the Autobot Matrix transformed and unlocked Cybertron, and Cybertron was going to transform to fight Unicron. That was kind of like what everything was like marching towards, which kind of makes no sense if you're living on Cybertron. Like you can't have the plane to transform. But here, like I think he used that as inspiration. He literally makes Earth transform into a robot here. So it's just nuts. He uses White Optimus Prime or the Ultra Magnus. Look, see, it's like he does do big ideas. He really does. And you know what? I never read his superpowers. He did like a superpowers backup for DC. I'm not sure if that got collected. That must be collected by now. I'm curious about that. But he's there. I think Tom Sicoli is capable of making real comics. Speaking of making real comics, we have one right here. So I guess what I need to do also is we have to let's at least add some of these panel borders. We can at least do that. But hey, thanks for hanging out, guys. Yeah, like his color. Yeah, and you know what though, Joe? Like that's almost like the big idea with Tom Sicoli, where uh you can't put your finger, like you can't put your finger on why you like what you're looking at. Like, and because of that, it's very special. Yeah, the Bumblebee. Yeah, that movie's awesome, dude. That movie. Yeah, and look, I'm big on all the Transformer movies. I love them, dude. I even like Age of Extinction. I love them all, dude. Those movies are just effing cool. Like again, like let's not take things seriously. Let's just watch entertainment. We need to do a brain dump. Like, let's just sit down and watch robots and cars and like models and hot babes. Like, come on. And they usually have good music too. Like the music's really good for the Transformer movies. And then like who's the girl in Bumblebee? Is she the Hawkeye girl or Hulk girl? I don't know what they call her or what they will call her. Yeah, and you think like because it's John Cena and Cena was able to he's really made an acting career at this point. But is he in the new Rise of the Beast? Like, is he in that new one? I don't think he is. I don't know why you don't like. How do you not use John Cena in that freaking movie? Like, and I don't know. Is he in the new Fast and Furious? So just I can't even keep track of him. Let's look that up real quick. Give me 1 second, guys. We will look that up. We need we need the John Cena info. And then Troll, do I ask you every time we hang out? Do I ask you when WrestleMania is? I know it's not this week, but it's got to be this week or next week or week after. And then do we have a main event? That's my other question. Like, do we have? Is it Cody Roman? And I guess at that point you gotta give it to Cody. Well, not really, right? Like Cody's not pick. Like Cody's not. Is he turning the dial? I don't think he is. But then again, it's WrestleMania. And then like, are they just burying Brock Lesnar now? Like, is Brock just dead? Oh yeah, and then what? Seth Rogen, or Seth and Logan Paul. Like, oh my god, that's a waste. Seth, like his run though when he was what like the King Killer, the King Slayer, dude, he had like the best gimmicks. I mean, he continues to have top gimmicks, but he was on fire, dude. And I guess like that injury when he busted his knee did it in for him. Like he never kind of came back from that. I mean, it's a tough business, and you can say the same about like any contact sport. You know, like, but it's just sad because I really felt like like kind of was he had like one of the all time villain runs like in him. Well, at least it's looking a little bit like a comic, right, guys? She's the Hawkeye girl. She's so pretty though. Jeez. That's what I mean by like hot people. That's why I like movies. They're full of beautiful hot people. Yeah, I think for two or three of the Transformer movies, I think it was Trevor Rabin who was the keyboardist for the band. Yes, if you're familiar with them. But the actual scores are, especially that first movie, the scores are so it's there. But then the first movie and Revenge of the Fallen both have Linkin Park songs for the end credits. Really good. There's a great Doomsday Clock, Smashing Pumpkin song for again the original Shia LaBeouf Transformers. Good soundtracks, and then the original cartoon has um, endlessly now like endlessly epic uh, like reference soundtrack at this point. Like it's insane how that music's carried on. And dude, I remember that original animated soundtrack. I remember special ordering that from like Tower Records, like OG geek over here. Here we go. Got some good hair flips here. But you guys like some of this I like I said, like I kind of like documenting a little bit of the process that where you if you're inking your own work, you can kind of go back and forth and nothing's settled until you decide it is. I think that there's a value to that. All right. I mean, I do like what we have on this panel here. So the writer for this too, his original uh, take was like it was like a pig king, but then like everyone else was a hyena, and it's basically like a retelling of like the Three Little Pigs, with the big bad wolf and Cosmo Cat pretty much like comes in to like save the day, and nice twist at the end, and I'm not going to spoil that, but uh, here we go. Hold up here, I'm just trying to. Sorry, guys, just focusing real quick. Hmm. See, like these fingers here are bothering me. And then it kind of yeah. So anyway, so instead of like the hyenas, I just made everyone a pig. Like again, just trying to communicate things as accurately as possible. I didn't see uh a need to have like a wolf villain, and then all the other characters like it would be like wolf, hyena, pig, like cat, wolf, pig, like, and then like we're done. Like that's our story. Like, yeah, okay, yeah, first week. Okay, cool. Thanks, guys. Yeah, and I kind of messed up the proportions of the wolf in another panel. So here too, it's like I have to kind of correct some of that. Just so he looks a little bit more like on model. But yeah, I think we're definitely there with this. See, and sometimes too, like like you add reflections and like shines just to bring attention to something. Like you know, like not you're not drawing 90s style. You're just legit trying to sell what the idea is. All right. All right, people. Yeah, I think we're there. I still have to just sit down and sketch out the big bad wolf and work on panel 6 here. But this is what I'll be working on tonight. So thanks for hanging out. Rock and roll. Cheers. I depending on my sleep when I wake up, I kind of want to work out as soon as I wake up tomorrow. But if things change, and it can change with emails, phone calls, and text messages I get as I'm starting my day, I still want to work out in the morning and then broadcast in the morning before I make my way into the office. Oh, I started reading. Yeah, dude. Cosmic Odyssey is one of so like there's like superhero prestige format books. Again, you know, like Dark Knight Returns started like the 4 issue prestige format like movement. Cosmic Odyssey is down the memory hole and it is so freaking legit. Is Bug is so freaking awesome. There's a great moment of Bug at the end, and then there's another great moment with Bug and Batman at the end. It sticks with you. Like if so, just yeah, a little bit, not spoiler, but just look forward to it. YouTube wise, I wanted to highlight Cosmic Odyssey, Hulk World, Black Hawk, which is 3, the Naz, which is 4. I kind of wanted to reintroduce people to, and you know, and a little bit too with like Black Panther, Panther's Prey, of what the ideas are of the prestige format 4 issue miniseries. Like there was a little bit of a golden era, a golden run of those, and we'll never see it again. And I kind of want to preserve some of that. So everything I just listed to, I have ready to go. I just haven't worked out the timing of doing some of those videos. But everyone, you guys, thanks so much. Look out for me tomorrow morning. We'll take it from there.